Everyone has a story to tell because the act of storytelling is inherently a human activity. But what if you couldn't find someone to tell your story to? What if no one heard you? To increase the chances of their stories being read or heard, published, people enroll in creative writing programs. Studies show that one of the goals of students in creative writing programs is actually to be published. Other studies find that most students actually don't achieve that outcome of being published or becoming publishing writers. This puzzled me because in the digital age, with all the opportunities that seem to be out there for publishing, why was this happening? What was this discrepancy between what was going on in the university and what was going on in the public? So I decided to research by asking the question, how do I write for the digital marketplace as a student working within the university? And I decided to explore this by engaging in creative practice and developing 14 original creative works designed specifically for the digital marketplace. And then I examined my experiences of doing this, which I recorded in journals and various other records, to analyze using grounded theory method to find out what was going on. It surprised me that the traditional approaches do help the student when they actually engage in 3 strategies to reach the marketplace. And the 3 strategies were building relationships, making tactical compromises, and self-educating. The experience was a little bit like the hero's journey, which you may be familiar with, particularly from watching Hollywood-type movies, and you go on a journey to try to achieve something, a goal. So for me, it was a journey where I encountered friends and foes, where I had to learn about what I had to sacrifice, what I had to give up in terms of the creative writing to reach the goal. I didn't have to give up my final goal, but I did have to change certain things. I had to make tactical compromises in the creative work. And then I also began to understand the context that I was able to reach the digital marketplace in. And it was interesting that through no extra effort, I actually was able to reach it because other people were actually doing the work of getting my work into the digital marketplace. I would have to make the work, but other people were actually doing the digital work. So if writers understand the strategies needed to negotiate the context in which they're working, then it is more likely that their stories will be heard. Thank you.